This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today on his 50th birthday is the chairman and CEO of Mawson Resources. Working on your birthday, Mike, Mr. Michael Hudson. How are you, sir?
Thank you, Gerardo. I'm very well. How did that happen?
You know, it's a fortunate event, if I may say so. And happy birthday, Mike. I'm impressed that you're in the office and in the field, up and at it on your birthday. So thanks for taking the time today.
Always welcome.
So big news from Mawson. You have you clicked off a milestone. You have a constrained gold equivalent inferred mineral resource for your gold cobalt project in Finland. It comes in at, and let me preface it by saying this is definitely just a start, and we'll talk about that, but it's 424,000 gold equivalent ounces. In the constrained category, I believe it's 482,000 gold equivalent ounces. Unconstrained, as important are the grades, which are very, very robust. Let's start with some of the details and let's talk about why you feel positive moving forward that you can grow this very robust and very district scale system.
Thanks, Gerardo. It is a first up or a maiden resource, which is very much a proof of concept or a magnitude study, and importantly, you pointed out that the correct things. It's a very good start. Now, from constrained, which is putting mining shapes around the resource, or unconstrained, if it didn't have those mining shapes around it, you know, we're getting closer to that 500,000 ounce for the unconstrained. So a very good start, but we can see it getting a lot bigger. There's electromagnetic surveying that we're undergoing right now, and we can see the resource light up like a Christmas tree. We put electrical currents in the ground, and literally the resource, because it's conductive, lights up like a Christmas tree, and then those conductors continue at least double the depth below, and it's at least double the depth below those resources. So we'll be drilling beneath those known resources, and you know, our aim is to double the tons in a 15-kilometre drill program that we have commencing next month, subject to permitting, which is ongoing at the moment. But we anticipate we'll have rigs there by mid to late January. And the other important thing is the grade. Grade is known to be king, of course, by everybody in the business, and it certainly helps to have a very robust grade. And by robust, I mean that the cutoffs actually are quite low here, but the grades are high. And that just shows the robustness of the resource at various metal prices, or cutoffs that we could choose in any future mine to operate at. So it's actually holds together very well. It's a gold and cobalt resource. The cobalt adds about 20% of the value. A first up resource for Finland, so a very strategic project in that sense, and one of the few compliant, SIM compliant or JORC compliant resources, cobalt resources in Europe.
When we talk about the potential for the resource to grow, Agnico Eagle has a project approximately 150 kilometers to the north, I believe, that started in a very similar way. Can you talk about that asset a bit, Mike?
Sure, Gerardo. It's very important for people to understand that big assets are built and not found out the gates. And Agnico Eagle's mine is called Kittilä, 150 kilometres north of us. A similar type of system, not exactly the same, but many geological similarities. That now is a greater than a 7.4 million ounce system. So a big giant, right? Anything bigger than 5 million ounces can be considered to be a very significant tier one asset, and it's Agnico's longest mine life in their portfolio. That was discovered in 1986, and it took 11 years for that asset. 11 years for that asset to have its first maiden resource, which was 285,000 ounces. And then at that point, it pivoted, and they saw that what they were onto. They saw that they had a resource that was expandable, and a lot more drilling went into the asset. And within a short period of time, a number of years, it grew to 1 million ounces, and two 2.4 million ounces, and then Agnico bought it from a junior Swedish company, and then Agnico put a lot more drilling into it, and now it's grown to that greater than 7 million ounce system. So I like to talk about that because it shows just, I think, where our project's at. We've been at this as a science experiment in many ways, an R&D experiment from an exploration point of view. Now we've got the tons, we've got the grade, and it's coherent, stacks together, and we can see it expanding. We can see the expandability, just visually beneath what we've got already. And our project is pivoting, and with more drilling, we can see that growing. And you can see, I think anyone who puts in a few minutes study on this project will see the opportunity here. And we've got immediate drill targets to double the volume around the known resources. But the average drill hole depth in Raya Palot, the area where we've got this 4 kilometre trend already, is less than 100 metre drill hole depth. We're only testing 20% of the known 4 kilometres yet with this resource, and with 99% cover, there'll be more areas found. So it's very early days, but a good start.
Now, I understand, Mike, that you plan on testing the system in January. Is that the next stage of drilling that we can expect?
We've got 5 rigs ready to be lined up as soon as our permit is renewed. Every 2 to 3 years, every exploration permit in Finland goes through a renewal, and that's what's happening to our permit this year. And we've got 15 kilometres planned.
Fantastic. Well, Mike, once the permit is in hand and the rigs start turning, I'd love to have you back on. In the meantime, let me thank you for your time. Again, happy birthday. Enjoy it. Thanks for the update. Anything else that you'd like to add?
No, just a good start, robust and expandable.
Well said. Thanks again, Mike.
Thanks, Rattle.